Hello everyone and welcome to the F1 corner after the practice session of the Styrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Lots of stuff to talk about and definitely a trend that we're seeing already during these practice sessions, FP1 and FP2. Before we start, quick notes that the Turkish Grand Prix will replace the Singapore Grand Prix that was cancelled about a month ago. So it was confirmed this morning that Turkey will take the place of Singapore. And also, before we dive into FP1 and FP2, remember to smash the like button and to subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss any updates about the Styrian Grand Prix or any race of this 2021 Formula One season. So, what are the trends that we are observing? First off, Red Bull seems to be in front of Mercedes. They seem to be the favorite this weekend. Max Verstappen topping the timesheet of both practice session and Lewis Hamilton doing only 4th in the afternoon. Bottas only 12 and Perez 9, but please keep in mind that many times were deleted for exceeding track limits. The drivers really pushing hard, going wide, going into the gravel. Also, Valtteri Bottas had a bit of a scary moment when he spun into the pit lane, which is not something you want to see with all those people walking around there. He's going to explain himself to the stewards as I am recording this. Sergio Perez, 9, not where he wants to be, but got reassured by the team that pretty much everyone was fiddling with their engine modes. So 9th place for Perez might be actually better than what we think. Actually, it's in qualifying on Saturday that it will count. The other trend is that McLaren seems once again in front of Ferrari. Daniel Ricciardo getting the second time this afternoon in FP2. Very good result for the man who had his best race so far with McLaren in France. So starting to learn more about that car, starting to understand it. And Lando Norris also looking pretty strong. As for the Ferrari, in both sessions combined, their best result was a 10th place only by Charles Leclerc. It is sad considering that last year Ferrari had a podium here in Austria, but so did McLaren and Lando Norris. So, you know, who's going to get the best result this weekend? My money so far is on McLaren. Alpine looking very strong, very solid. Are they better than Aston Martin for this weekend? It is up for debate, but Fernando Alonso 5th and Esteban Ocon 3rd during the afternoon practice session, while Aston Martin were in both sessions slightly behind them. Both teams are making progress this season. Fernando Alonso getting really at the top of his game. Still much to learn from his car, but finally getting there after 2 races in the points. Same for Sebastian Vettel at Aston Martin. Finally starting to be to understand that car and be more comfortable with it. So really, they are 2 teams to watch this weekend. I think we can expect some battle between them. AlphaTauri, not where they want to be this weekend. Even though they had a strong start, Pierre Gasly had the second time this morning in FP1. He did not run during the afternoon in FP2 because of power unit issue. So Pierre Gasly, no time this afternoon. But for Yuki Tsunoda, it is also, it was good this morning, but this afternoon only P15. So, you know, he's also exploring the limits of the Austrian track. But AlphaTauri, it's one that I cannot really predict so far this weekend. Alfa Romeo, a team that had Robert Kubica replacing Kimi Raikkonen this morning for the first practice session. But again, not looking like they will be in the points this week. Still, as we saw in the last 2 races, actually no, in Baku and Monaco, so not France, It is a team that when everything goes perfectly, they can scrap a few points here and there. So if everything goes well, maybe a point in Austria, but don't keep your fingers crossed. As for the team on the back of the grid, Williams and Haas, well, Nikita Mazepin spinning during the afternoon and using his tires, also learning that track and what are the limits with the Formula One. On the bright side for Haas, both cars finished in front of Nicolas Latifi at Williams during the afternoon session. So, you gotta take your small victories where you can. And for Williams, it looks like it's going to be a very tough weekend once again. George Russell did 15 in the first practice session, but only judging by what we're seeing, it's going to be tough for him to make it into Q2 this weekend. Still, he's produced some miracles. We've seen it in France, finishing P12, and he's been in Q2, I believe, in every race this season. So, George Russell trying to get a Mercedes seat for next season still needs to prove what he can do. And I think this is another good track to try to push the limit of that Williams. So my predictions for tomorrow's qualifying, I think Red Bull are going to be on top, Mercedes behind, and I think also the McLaren will top the Ferraris. Alpine and Aston Martin will be fighting for those last positions, and maybe if Gasly is lucky despite his power unit issue, maybe he can make it into the top 10 tomorrow. So that's all I have for you today, everyone. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you again next time after the qualifying session on Saturday. Remember to smash the like button and to subscribe so that you do not miss any update. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.